Welcome back to Let's Play Ori and the Blind Forest. So, slight critique. There is a way to change the key mapping in this game, and I mean no disrespect to the game developers, but requiring me to dig through a hidden folder in the computer, which is where most Steam games happen to store their stuff, so I can't critique them on that in particular, but requiring me to open a text file, figure out what integer values my controller happens to assign each key, and manually edit it as opposed to including a menu in the game that says press button to, change key mapping, as 99% of games in the world have. What's going on there? I realize that's extra programming, and that this was originally a console game to begin with, so expecting them to go out of their way to add in a menu for that might be asking a little bit much, especially given that other console games such as Dark Souls and Dragon's Dogma, none of them include key remapping options. But really, what's with the text file and the... I guess I shouldn't complain. Point being, I figured out how to remap the keys. Downside: it took about 5 attempts, and it's not their fault at all. It's because my particular controller uses some odd values. I happen to still have X-Patter lying around from using a Game Boy emulator is a bit of a pain without the ability to control which keys go where at times, so I used X-Patter to bypass the controller in years past. Opening up an X-Patter menu, there's a menu in it where when you push a button on the controller, it lights up part of a bar, which I sort of reverse engineered into figuring out which one is button 1, button 2, button 3, and so on up to button 13. And long story short, I got the buttons to, I think, where... I'm going to go ahead and check that while I'm in here, to match that control scheme. The two I can't check are the grab, glide, and charge jump. Or dash. Or I can't check any of the things that I don't have yet. But we'll cross that when we get there. Let's see. Nope. 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 I'm going to have to use the... using the keyboard for that, which is going to be somewhat awkward, but it'll work. It'll work. Well, we'll go around. we'll get around that. Okay, so I can use the right shift too, so I can do that with my pinky while holding onto the controller. What is this? A keystone. Keystones are used to open Spirit Gate. Remember, each gate will require a different number of keystones. So in all of that, if you didn't catch, I unlocked the skill that makes him attract little energy pickups by accident. I didn't know I had a second skill point, and I didn't know what buttons I was pressing because the control scheme was at one point quite scrambled due to my attempts. That's probably the one I would have unlocked anyway, so can't complain. But yeah, that happened off camera. But now I can jump and do that quite easily. Another keystone. That works. Whee! Guessing those just happen to drop life up. Oh, okay. Spirit Gate blocks us. They were built for... Okay, I really like that sound. They were built for protection before the days of decay. The required keystones must be nearby to reach the spirit tree. We must pass the spirit caverns that lie beyond this gate. There we go. 2 keys. This is the one advantage a joystick has over the keyboard, in that I can barely walk or I can run. On a keyboard, you have a simple on-off switch, so you either go full speed or none. I know there are some people that argue the I know there are some people that argue the keyboard versus controller thing. I know people get quite adamant about it. I've seen a lot of forum posts with lots of arguing from lots of people. I'm gonna be honest, when it comes to first-person shooters, I prefer a mouse. My reasoning behind this is that... I'm trying to think of how to put it into words clearly. A joystick, you can learn to aim great. Mouse look, though, to me, I'm sure there are people that argue both sides of this, but to me, I have more precision with a mouse and can develop muscle memory to turn precisely how much I need, be it turning a 180 or barely changing direction in the same amount of time, as opposed to with a joystick, especially as a sniper, you end up often having to do this little flick, 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 flick to try of the joystick to try to get where you need. I would assume that if I did it long enough and often enough, that same as with the mouse, you would develop a muscle memory for it. To me, the mouse is more intuitive for first-person shooters. A life cell, yay! I'm guessing that's a heart container. But yeah, with first-person shooters especially, I defend using mouse look. You know, I'm sure there are people that feel both ways, and I'm guessing I can't break that. And I'm not saying that either is inherently better or worse. It depends a lot on A, the game, and B, the person. For example, Dark Souls, I liked using the controller. I played it with keyboard and mouse the first time, and that was apparently more of a pain than I thought once I went back and did it with the controller. I've recently gotten a hold of Dragon's Dogma, and it's also a game that, well, its control scheme is very similar to Dark Souls. Actually, come to think of it, I think you can remap the keys in Dragon's Dogma. You can't in Dark Souls, or not in an in-game menu that I'm aware of. Because I had to get used to some of the controls being quite different. The target button on the PlayStation is you click the right joystick. On mine, it's where the start button should be. Some weird control issues. Some games lend themselves quite well to controller, and some lend themselves quite well to mouse. That is the one advantage to that magnetic item pickup. Something's out of my reach. And let's go this way. No, I want to go that way, but I want to go this way. Hang on, I have a map now. Okay, that thing shoots spikes. What is that? Mapstone, one of many ancient markers created to chart the forest of Nebel as it grew. There's a piece missing. If we can find the fragment, we might be able to repair it. Oh, is that the fragment? Nope, that is a keystone. Glowy thing, glowy thing, glowy thing. I want it. I want it. I want it. I do not have a mapstone fragment. Aha, I thought I heard you up there. Any experience is good experience. In terms of, you know, experience points in a game. In real life, there are such a thing as bad experiences. Those things jump. Okay, there's the map fragment. Ah. Hammer things. Okay, so it's a little clumsy. I have to extend my pinky across to the keyboard so that I can do that. Hmm. You know, I haven't done this in a while. Boop. I do not have any skill points. Hmm. I'm gonna assume basic logic that I don't want to touch that thing. But there's no way for me to... I'm gonna be honest, I keep not expecting things to respawn. So I'm not used to that. Let's try down here. Yeah, spike. Okay. Gained an ability point. Huzzah! Ah! Well, that's delightful. Those green things offer me health. Was that a bigger version of Ori? Okay. What? Who ravaged and killed? I'm innocent, thank you. The light of the spirit tree lives in all of us. He's the reason we're alive. He's the reason we grew. When he called out to find you, many years passed. We were attacked, wounded, and killed by our foe. Now these ancestral trees are all that's left. Come closer now and feel the light of Phil. Is his name Phil? The spirit inside. Press X to absorb the light. What does that do? Oh. Wrong button. Wall jump. Oh, hooray! One of my favorite platforming abilities. He's one of those people that spent a lot of time in Super Metroid practicing the wall jump. This works well for me. I don't really see that as being super useful right now. That could be nice later. I'm going to try to make a policy of not looking any more than one skill ahead, or I guess 2 skills ahead. One skill ahead of where I can level up. You know what I mean. Increases the strength of Spirit Flying. Let's go with that. Now they're big. And I can climb walls. Ah! You better explode. You better explode. Ah! Oh, and now I've got 2 soul link things. Okay. Ow! That was my bad. I wasn't paying attention. Let's try going this way again. You need to watch where I'm going. Hey! Oh. I'm gonna get myself killed for not paying attention to respawning enemies. Trying to keep track of where those glowing scratch trails are. Am I gonna make it? Almost yes! I didn't think I would make that. Jump, jump, jump! There we go. Is there anything else up here? Nope. No. Lever. You know, one thing I do find quite nice. Very intuitive controls once the buttons are in the right place. Mapstone fragment. How did you hit me twice? Okay, that's where the tree was. I think the mapstone was this way. Yeah. Aha, there we go. Mapstone! Achievement unlocked. So that seems to be where we started. I want to go back that way. I see some stuff I haven't done. I see some areas that I have not fully explored. First... Oh, I see. Let's see. First, I'm gonna go ahead and pause here, and I will see you next time.